There is a storm coming. It is really, really windy. It's coming. Oh, brother. It's like the wall is wet. It is not safe. Good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday, and I have to leave for the airport in like 55 minutes, and I am so behind. But I wanted to start the vlog, say hello, let you guys know my name's Elizabeth. I am a flight attendant for a major U.S. carrier. Today we are working 3 flights to an undisclosed location that I don't think I've ever taken the vlog, that it might be super de-duper hot. And, you know, summer travel season is in full swing, everybody, in full swing. So we're gonna go to the airport and see what it's like. I have to be there at 11:55 a.m., which means I leave my house at 10:55 a.m. And I made my coffee and I decided to step outside for a few minutes. It's really beautiful right now. And we're gonna get ready and go to the airport. All right, I have you guys on my hands free, and I just keep getting notifications from our system with delays. So right before I left, a delay popped up that our inbound flight, which is coming from Kansas City, is running 11 minutes late. And then another notification came for our next flight, because you know what rolls downhill. Who rolls downhill? So we're gonna get to the airport and I'm gonna read those notifications. I'm not gonna read them now. And we'll see. I was jamming out to my 80s music. This is not a flattering angle for this Gen Xer, but the show must go on. So we're gonna get to the airport, we're gonna see what's happening. I didn't have enough time to make myself a coffee to go. I already had 1 coffee today. So maybe we'll go get some coffee. We're gonna roll with the punches, yo. I'm in the parking lot and I checked my board and the plane is on its way from Kansas City. That's good. So we're running about 22 minutes late. That's not crazy. It's currently 86 degrees according to my car. Yeah, summer's here, guys. I don't know who has traveled yet this summer. Let me know with a raised hand, or where have you been, or where are you going? Let me know in the comments. Where are you headed to this summer? Yeah, it's crazy out there. We got to figure out when my stepdaughters can go back and see their mom again. And June was just a nutty month. I haven't flown in 24 days. June is so busy. But I'm back. July might be a very busy flying month because people are not picking stuff up yet. The company has been offering time and a half flying like basically every day. So people are not picking flying up. So a bus is dropping off here at the first spot. So I'm probably going to get my bags out and walk to the last spot to get picked up. And we're headed in. There is a storm coming. Let's go to the other side. It is really, really windy. Our poor provisioner, he's trying to get it done, but it's coming. Oh, brother. It's like the wall is wet. It's hard to tell, but it's like, I'm like, get off the plane. Well, this has to blow all the way through. Unfortunately, I feel bad because our passengers' bags did not make it in. They put the tarps over them, but they didn't get them to baggage claim. So everyone on board here who checked bags is gonna have to wait until the storm and the lightning passes, because it is not safe for our ground personnel to be out when there's lightning. So I think I might go up top. I'm hungry, but I should eat something I have. I'm gonna eat something. We are in Orlando. It took a long time. We were delayed in Nashville because of the storm there. Like water all over the ground in my galley. Had to tell the promo agent to leave because there was lightning, close up. Storm passed and then it could come back. Bumpy all the way to Orlando. Then we had to wait quite a while for a gate. So I will tell you guys on the screen how long that took us. It took forever. So now we have one more to Birmingham. Hour, 10 minutes. We're almost done. We're in Birmingham and I'm exhausted. I'm so tired, you guys. I have not done a duty day that long, and I couldn't even tell you when. It was about 11 and a half hours. I think we were just shy of 11 and a half hours. And I know I've been to this hotel before. I'm pretty sure the last time I was at this hotel, it was a short overnight. And so I can't remember if we did anything. I don't remember. It was so painful. So we went from Denver to Nashville. We were late out of Denver because our plane in Kansas City had to turn back and go to the gate because it had a mechanical that had to be, they have this thing called MEL, which is minimum equipment list. So a lot of things are redundant systems and they don't necessarily, or things that don't have to be fixed right away on the airplane. They MEL it, and then later on it gets fixed. So the plane in Kansas City had a mechanical thing, like I said, had to go back to the gate. Then it left for Denver, so it got to us late. We left late, and then that storm hit Nashville, and then a storm went through Orlando, and it was just a cluster. So I looked at my board. We were on the ground in Nashville for 2 hours and 17 minutes. Normally on an 800, the turn time, meaning when we get there and when we leave, is between 45 minutes and an hour, depending on the city. So they put the people on, and then our departure got pushed back, and we were all really annoyed by that. Then we ended up not serving on our way to Orlando because it was pretty dang bumpy. We only found like maybe 10-15 minutes of smooth air, and we need a solid 30 minutes to serve a plane, and we just did not have it. And then there, Orlando to Birmingham was an hour and 10-minute flight, and we were able to get service out, but I'm so tired. And my poor Dee, she has just a 10 and a half hour overnight. I'm blessed that my overnight is just shy of 17 hours. So I'm gonna eat. I'm having some cottage cheese right now that I brought from home. I'm gonna eat, find something else to eat, and go to bed. I am watching the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders thing on Netflix about how they make the team. I've always loved that series. It's been on CMT, but I don't have CMT, so like I catch it on, I think, Facebook, and I think on YouTube, bits and pieces of the show. I've always loved the show. I just find it fascinating. I think those women who are Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders are so talented and so beautiful. And so I'm finishing that up. Who's watching that? I need to know. And then we're gonna go to bed, and we're gonna see what kind of whatever we get into tomorrow. Alrighty. Night. It's 2 a.m. I have one more episode of America's Sweethearts, the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Should I finish it? Should I go to bed? This is what I do, everybody. I'm a mom. On my overnights, I stay up and binge watch Netflix until 2 a.m. Back. Okay. So yesterday when I was picking up trash, I don't remember which flight it was. Probably Denver to Nashville. I went through and did trash, and this woman handed me this mini. We don't sell this brand on our plane, and technically if you get alcohol on our plane, it's supposed to come, the mini is supposed to come uncapped. That's just part of our liquor license. Every airline is different. And I told her very nicely, I was like, ma'am, you cannot drink your own alcohol on the plane. It's actually a fine with the FAA. We even say it in our opening announcements now because during COVID, it really became a thing. And you can bring your own minis because she can get this through security because it is 50 milliliters. So it's less than the 3.4 ounce limitation for TSA. So yes, you can bring minis through security. No, you cannot drink them on the plane. And here's why. We are like a bartender. We need to monitor you so that you don't overindulge, because people don't understand that alcohol hits you harder at altitude. So, you're in an aircraft that the cabin pressure is kept at like 8,000 to 9,000 feet. So alcohol just hits harder on a plane. And we just need to make sure that we're not supposed to overserve, and we're supposed to cut people off if they've had too much, and it's just a safety precaution. I'm a sleepy drunk, I don't want to call it a drunk, but when I get tipsy, I get sleepy, so I'm just gonna pass out. But you guys all know, the angry ones, the angry drinkers, or even the funny drinkers can get too loud for a plane. So we have to control the alcohol so that we can control the situation, because, you know, we're in a tube in the sky. So we have to keep those things in our control as best as possible. Are we perfect? No. Have people probably been overserved on a plane? Yes. But that is the reason why you can't drink your own minis or own wine or own whatever on a plane. You may bring them, keep them in your bag for whenever you get to where you're going. So that was one of our stories yesterday. Oh, we got to Orlando. After going Nashville to Orlando, we did not serve because it was bumpy the whole flight except for like 15 minutes. And the Provo guy, because Provo is what we call the people catering. Other airlines call them catering. We call them provisioning. And he was so happy that he did not have to provision our back galley, because on the 800, it's big. He had like a basket of Delta snacks. I ate this last night. It was really good, this chocolate thing. It was just like the perfect amount of sweetness. What else did he give me? Biscoff, cookies, which if you know, you know. These little gummies, which are vegetable gummies, but then he laughed because they do have, 14 grams of sugar. 14 grams of sugar for this tiny, not even an ounce. And then I got some pistachios and some chips. So he was the sweetest provisioner, but they get slammed because when the airport closes for weather, when the weather is good, they just send everyone back. And so like we had to wait out for a gate for probably 30 minutes. They just get slammed, flight after flight after flight. Oh, we only needed 5 waters, a box of large gloves, and him to take one of our trashes because we had a stinky diaper. But he was so appreciative that he didn't have to do that whole back galley, which can take a good amount of time. So yeah, your girl's chilling, and we have 2 today, and my family is on a plane to the destination we're going to. They always say never make plans for an overnight or it's not going to work out. So fingers crossed that we both make the overnight together. The whole fam is on their way to that destination. So I'll see you when I put myself together. My husband and my kids are at our next destination, packed up, ready to go. Let's go. I'm here. I'm at the hotel.
We're at the hotel. Like and subscribe if you like Fallout.
So we got adjoining rooms.
She's lying. Guys, she's lying.
Say hello. So that's what I got going on for me. She is hyped up on sugar.
Yoshi!
And they did some fun things today. We're gonna go do some fun things tomorrow, but I am exhausted. They had some leftover soup dumplings they brought home for me, or the hotel for me. I'm gonna probably snack on something else, and I am a tired girl, and I'm gonna go to bed.
Hurry up!
All right.
Say hi to the camera.
All right, I did not vlog in the room. We are at IHOP, and we're all eating breakfast.
Hi! Like and subscribe if you like Fallout.
So we're trying to figure out what we're gonna do because we slept in. So I think we're gonna go to Griffith. It's Griffith?
Griffith Observatory, yeah.
Griffith Observatory. We want to do the beach. I just don't know how realistic that is because all beaches are an hour away from Burbank because we're inland. So it's the great debate of expectations and time reality. That's what we have on an overnight. But I got good sleep. Thank you, dear. I did not sleep well in Birmingham. I kept waking up. The beds here were really hard, but the kids fell asleep in like 30 seconds. It took me a little bit of time to fall asleep, but...
You mean a minute?
A minute. You fell asleep in a minute. So we'll see what today brings. We got a Jeep! See, we got a fun Jeep!
And look, a little Jeep on the wheel, so when we drive, it goes like...
Apparently, the girls talked the car rental people into the Jeep. Is that what you guys did?
Yeah.
So-
Kayla did it.
Kayla did it? So my 13-year-old talked him into it, and that's awesome. That's so her personality. That is so my husband and her, the talking people into things. So we're gonna head out on the road. They're taking the top off. I'm not a big fan.
Topless, baby.
We're going topless.
Yeah.
This is where we Chinese fire drill with the back seat because I need to shoot some video for you guys and I can't see.
That's the Greek theater.
Oh, it's a Greek theater. We parked down the street. I went around the corner, but the Hollywood Hills sign is right there. And the observatory is right behind us. We're walking up there.
You just cannot see it because it's behind the woods and the trees and the grass.
Yes, it's behind the woods and the trees and the grass. So we're just paying for our parking right now and we're gonna walk up to the observatory. Look, all of them are trying to figure out how to pay. You like the moons?
You're gonna do the weight, your weight on the moon, right?
The only
How
time
much-
a lady would tell how much
How much
she
do you
weighs.
weigh right now?
Oh, I'm not telling you that.
Ooh,
Stop it,
nice.
Anna.
35 pounds.
No, it's not. That's just the view from the moon. Are we gonna have fun?
Yeah.
Are we gonna see a movie about the oceans? So we're at a planetarium, but it's not a movie about the planets. It's about, that's the projector. Jump. We're done at the observatory. We're about to drive right by it because you have to go up and around. So I'm going to flip around. Back at the hotel, trying to cool off, so I put my hair up. I'm packing up. I got my food bag packed up. Got my $1 for my van tip. My family got some macaroons from the, what is this? Chocolate Emporium, because they went to Universal Walk yesterday. So I finished up my last one of those. I'm gonna throw that away. And we had a great time. My husband's goal was to get to the beach, but if you guys know LA area traffic and just distance, Burbank is inland, so it takes an hour to get to any beaches, and there just wasn't time. On my overnights, as you guys see, I can't do like 8 things. I can do 1, maybe 2. So we had a wonderful time at Griffith Emporium. I gotta look that up. But we had a really good time. So I'm gonna pack up and head down. One more flight to Denver from Austin, and we have an alternate. So that's when they give us an alternate spot to land, and that's because there are storms coming into Denver. So that's if they cannot get us in, there's a certain point with the fuel that they have to decide to go back. So our alternate is Amarillo. I don't want that. I'm not looking for extra money tonight. I'm just looking to go home. I'm home and I have a couple stories for you. Number 1, we did not have to divert. It was a little bumpy going to Denver, but nothing dramatic. So that made me really happy. I was not wanting to have to earn any extra money. And then I have 2 stories about the lab. All right, so my 2 bathroom stories. The first one is I had a lady come to the back and was kind of annoyed. She goes, "Is there a reason the lavatory up front is closed?" And I go, "The pilots are going to the bathroom." And so she's like, "So it's gonna be closed for the rest of the flight?" I go, "No. It'll just be a couple minutes. They just have to, go in and go out." Well, I just saw one, and I don't remember if she said go back to the cockpit or go in the bathroom. I wasn't sure. And I was like, yeah, but they both might have to go. It's just a couple minutes. And she was so annoyed. She's waiting for my bathroom. There's someone in it. She ended up being next in line because of my other kind of sad, kind of funny bathroom story. My other story is that there was this little girl, I think she was probably like 4. Her and her mom were waiting for the bathroom. And the person came out of the lavatory and opened the door, and the little girl walked in front to go in, and then she darted back down the aisle. And I was like, what's going on? Apparently she's petrified to use the bathroom on the airplane. Now, I can't say that airplane bathrooms are all that great, but I was like, oh no. And so the mom, she will almost wet herself in her seat. She just won't go in there. Then that lady went in who was complaining, and then I went down the aisle and I just tried to engage with the little girl. And I was like, I can show you how everything works inside. I can turn the lights on, because I was worried because typically the light's not on in the bathroom until you close and lock the door. And I was like, I can turn the light on for you, and I know that the flush can be loud, so you don't have to flush it. We'll flush it when you're done. And the mom, she was not having any of it, and looked out the window. And the mom was really appreciative. I was just trying to help get her over that fear to use the bathroom. So I think she held it. I didn't hear we had any accidents, but she held it until we got to Austin. Because I also talked to the A, and I told her the story about the lady being upset about the lavatory being closed, and about the little girl. She's like, yeah, she came up here and she tried to go and she couldn't, and she jetted. So those are my 2 stories. It is June 30th, and July is, right around the corner, or is it the 29th? I don't know. And you guys buckle up, because I have so much flying in July. My family's gonna be like, who is Elizabeth? Where is she? I had a plan. My plan was to get these super sweet 2-day LaGuardia overnights with, 22 hours downtown, so people would pick them up. Now, I still think there's hope, but everyone is holding out because they've been offering time and a half almost every day to cover the uncovered flying so far in June. And so I'm hoping that people will pick up my trip in the end, because it's such an awesome 2-day, they'll add hours to their schedule, they'll get an amazing overnight. Otherwise, we're gonna be spending a lot of time in New York City. New York City and Cleveland. That is where all my trips are, and then I have one in Tampa. So it's gonna be a crazy, crazy July, so buckle up. And Hannah has something she wants to say to you. Hannah, what do you want to say?
Like and subscribe.
Yes, we're so close to 2,000 subscribers, so like and subscribe. We'll see you next time in the sky. Bye.
Bye.